All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm reporting live from NOLA, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, fam. We was in the trenches today, fam, and when we pulled it out, we got that W against the division rivals. How you feeling, fam?
Man, I'm feeling good about the win. Unfortunately, it came with a cost. Yeah, man, I'm just in general, I'm happy that we won. We still on the Buccaneers, bro. Such a joke of a franchise, by the way. We gonna definitely get into that. So let's get into it.
Right. And before we get started, let's just go ahead and give a shout out to everyone in the comment sections. I see Brandon McGowan said, "What's up, WD Nation? Who that to you, fam?" Shout out to JT. Said blessings WDBM. Shout out to you, fam. See Brian Pearson, and he saying who that? And Jerry saying who that? Then we got DJ 420, who that RG. So we're gonna give a shout out to all of y'all when more listeners come in. But yeah, how we gonna break it down? We're gonna break it down offensive side, defensive side, special teams. Y'all know how we do this. Then we're gonna take some calls. But before we do this, man, we just wanna just speak on the Buccaneers a little bit. WD, you had something to say about the Buccaneers?
I got a lot of things to say about them. I mean, let's start with the fact that we own them. Um, Even before Tom Brady came, definitely before Tom Brady came, we own them. But even with Tom Brady, we own the Bucks. As far as the Buccaneers as an organization, bro, y'all are trash. Like the Bucks are trash, bro. It took for y'all to get Brady in order to,
Yep.
I mean, be relevant. Like have a winning season, make the playoffs, and of course win a Super Bowl. But besides that, besides those two, three few good seasons, just straight up dog shit. And even in this game, it just proved it. I'm telling you right now, if Jameis does not get hurt in this game, this game is going to turn into a blowout. It was going to turn into another blowout. We was going to blow him out. You can feel it. They could not stop the dude. Um, Look, LSU fans, I know y'all love him, but it's absolutely fuck Devin White. I cannot stand that dude. Dirty. He definitely cost his team today. I'm thankful of that. But other than that, bro, he played like a total wuss. You know, just being lame in general. Tony Winfield, he seemed like a troll on the field. Not the really, I know his interception, it got called back, but the dude, he trying to make fun of Jameis. They trying to knock our freaking players out the game, not just Jameis, but Trevor
Hmm.
Siemian. That's when it comes with the penalties. That really cost them. I mean, just late hits on the quarterback. They was clearly trying to knock our players out the game. Bro, just a joke of a fucking franchise. I mean, like y'all really don't have nothing. And if it wasn't for Brady, y'all franchise wouldn't have been saved. And you're gonna be trash again when Brady leaves. But I mean, bruh, uh, I think there's a few more names. I just can't think right now. Oh yeah, Fournette.
Before that,
You another guy. Like I
he
said,
a hoe for that.
bro, LSU fans. I know y'all ride with y'all boys, but look, man, some total wusses. Fournette, you talk, you getting mad at I guess CGJ at the end of the game and all. Y'all talking crazy. Y'all just doing stupid, dumb shit, man. But when it's all said and done, with a starting quarterback in this league, the Bucks are not a better team than the New Orleans Saints, and that's just the truth on both sides of the ball. As a complete team, the Bucks are not a better team than the New Orleans Saints. And like I said before, this game was supposed to be another blowout. It really was. It really, if it wasn't for that fourth down play, I felt like we would have probably blew them out.
Yep. And we had a third string quarterback come in, and that's I mean, and Simeon done a hell of a job. Hey, it wasn't him, but I'm saying like our offense kind of stalled a little bit. That's what allowed them to even climb back in the game. It stalled a little bit, and then they had got off on a few. I know that missed coverage with Sean and Adebo. Miscommunication that allowed old dude to get open for that touchdown. And stuff like that allowed them to climb back in the game. But if Jameis wouldn't have went out, like you said, it would have been a blowout. But just in general with the Bucks, I said we're gonna break down the game. I just want to. The Buccaneers is not a better football team than the New Orleans Saints, and I'm not just saying that just cause we beat them in the regular season. They called us at the right time last season. I mean that's just what it is, man. They not a better club than us, even with Tom Brady. Yes, they was missing AB. Yeah, they was missing Gronk. Yeah, we was missing Mike Thomas. Yeah, we was missing Taste. I mean, we can go back and forth for who, wasn't here and there. Like we got an old pro receiver, and our where we was hurt more than they was at the receiver. We out here gotta depend on Kevin White to,
That's burning
go
your
get a
secondary.
38, 40 yard game, and they got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, two guys that's been, Pro Bowl caliber players. But we relying on guys like Kevin White to make catches for us. So we had it way worse than they did as far as players missing. But just in general, man, they are not a better ball club than the New Orleans Saints. We keep it up. This gonna be our division. We just gotta see what goes on with Jameis. And far as with Jameis, man, it's a sad and unfortunate situation that it had to go down like that with him.
Hmm.
And it was also unfortunate that old dude had to grab you by the horse collar. That's if he would have made a different tackle than that than grabbing you by your horse collar, it probably would have played out different. So, but anyway, man, that's just hopefully for a speedy recovery. I'm hearing this is ACL and part of his MCL, so that definitely ain't good news. But I hate it, for Jameis because he in a situation where he trying to prove himself to be a franchise quarterback for a team. This was his year to, show that, show Sean that he want to be his quarterback, for the future. And it's probably gonna get put on hold, you know, depending on what the outcome of his injury results in. But, unfortunate situation, man. Speedy recovery for James. Prayers up for you.
Prayers up to you, Jameis.
Okay, well, offensive side. But yeah, just bottom line, the New Orleans Saints are better than the Buccaneers, period.
Absolutely. I mean, Buccaneers are truly a pathetic franchise. Let's just keep it real. Pathetic franchise. And for all you Bucks fans that I see, I see y'all trolling on Twitter or whatever, bro, y'all are lame. Y'all wasn't even relevant. Y'all wasn't even real before last season. Just some
Yep.
bitch made ass shit, man. Like really. And I see, I've seen people posting, making a front of James and this injury. It's like, look, this is how pathetic y'all gotta be. Y'all really did not want to lose to the quarterback that y'all could not. What's the word? I just a quarterback that y'all couldn't even win with. It's like y'all didn't even want to see him shine against y'all.
Right.
Just truly pathetic, man. But yeah, man. Offensively, I do want to say, man, I want to start with you can run on this Bucks defense. We said that in the pregame show. You can run on this Bucks defense, and I felt like we didn't run enough. But when we did run, we proved that we can run the ball. That fourth down play, I did not agree with that. I mean, not only was it before we didn't even get past the 50, so I don't even know why they went for it. But I mean, if you're gonna run against the Bucks, you can't just run head on versus via. But other than that, man, I thought the run game was definitely solid. Uh, yeah, bro, you can run on this Bucks defense. I don't know why we went away from it late in the game. It almost really cost us the game, honestly. It definitely did. Two two passes in a row. Uh, by Siemian. I don't get why Sean Payton called that, man. Definitely should have ran the ball in the red zone. That almost cost us the game, but it didn't, thankfully. As far as these receivers, man, the the receivers we went off on, Kevin White, he finally caught something. Traquan Smith touchdown from Jameis. It was good to see those guys step up.
Yeah.
We kind of said that that can happen versus a sorry Buccaneers secondary. So I mean that it wasn't that surprising. I think it was, if anything was surprising, it was the fact that Kevin White actually caught something. But yeah, man, CB, I don't want to steal the thunder. So go ahead, man.
No, but yeah, Kevin White, man, Kevin White, he finally caught something. But hey, anything positive, we'll take it from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully he can, continue to be consistent because we need help at that position. And the receivers play, they didn't play that bad. But to start with, let's see, Jameis went out, so I really ain't gonna grab. I mean, well, before prior to him going out, he was playing well.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
had two good runs. But when Trevor got in, Trevor really you can't ask for a better performance without him turning the ball over. And honestly, I think I believe Sean went that way, far as letting them sling the ball a little bit because of their run defense. But regardless, Trevor Siemian he's able to stay poised, not turn the ball over like that. That interception, that was a rough in the passer. So you gotta tip your hat off to Trevor Siemian. As far as him moving forward, being the quarterback, I think they're gonna go with Taysom. And that's also we losing something there. Put him at quarterback, but we won't have that Swiss Army knife. But yeah, I mean, hell of a game for Trevor Siemian, man. He was making good throws. He was, taking some shots downfield. I mean, I love the aggressiveness I seen from him. Besides him not turning the ball over, I loved his aggressiveness. He wasn't afraid to take shots downfield. Some backups that come in, especially quarterback, a third string quarterback, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ones that's tuning in. It's a few of them listening. A third string quarterback, he comes in, he not being conservative. He wasn't playing the game to, you know, not lose the ball game. He was going in taking gambles, throwing it. They threw it on fourth down, made a completion to Callaway. So Sean had some trust in him, in order to, throw the ball on fourth down and, allowing them to take shots. So they didn't change the offense up with him, since he got in there, and we was able to, win the game. So shout out to Trevor. As far
Yeah,
as the
man.
right game, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, Simeon, man, he did some good things, man. He really did do some good things. I like how he kind of got Troutman, and he was immediately. It's like when he came in, Troutman, he got Troutman going, and I was like, wow, it looked good, bro. Looked good at that first drive, especially. I was like, hey, man, this looked kind of good, man. So that was definitely good to see. And first thing I just want to say that O line, man. I thought the O line played really, really, really well. That was some even when James was in there. That was some really clean pockets, man. So I'm so glad that the O line stepped up to the plate this game. Really, I feel like they are the unsung heroes, man. Because truthfully, they really played a hell of a game. I would say.
Right. And shout out to Thorn. I'm gonna just say Thorn Tuck. But he stepped in for Pete, and yeah, really the QBs wasn't even getting pressured like that. When Simeon was getting the ball off, I mean, some defenders got in his face some, but they was roughing the pad. They was roughing them. That's why they got them penalties thrown on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the QBs he wasn't getting sacked or nothing like that. So shout out to the O line. You
Um.
know the run game.
Mm-hmm.
We get Mark Ingram, man.
I'm gonna say it, bro. He should have never left. When I seen that screen, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, bruh, Mark Ingram, why did you ever leave us, man? I mean, he was, and then he went head up with Devin White talking shit. Man, Ingram
Yep.
should have never left, bro. Like that when it come down to, and look, you can still see that he got it. By the way, he's 31, the oldest running back in the league currently. Um, bro, don't even look it, man. I mean, he still got that burst, that speed, man. Really, I kind of wish we would have saw more of him in this game, but he was, I mean, early in the game, bro. It's almost like as if he didn't leave, just a different jersey number, but almost like he didn't leave, bro. It was good to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing I was looking for with him, to see if he had slowed down a little bit. I mean, because I know with the Texans, his numbers had dropped, far as his yards per carry, but that's the Texans too.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, that's what I was looking for with him. But soon as he got that screen, took off, and then he got that rush and was bursting. Yeah, he still got it.
Bro,
And that's good.
I'm tell,
That's
I'm sorry, man. It's just that drive when he was rolling, it looked and no disrespect to all the other uh, running back, the second running backs we had, man, but it looked it way better than Latavius Murray and all these other guys.
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. It just looked like a glove on a hand, man. So it really, welcome back, Mark Ingram, man. You should have never left us though.
Right. And Kraft said, "Do we bring in another QB for emergency backup?" Yeah, I think we will. Well, they may do that, or they might, go within. They might bring in up to the active roster. So I'm really not sure on that. So we see what they do with that. But yeah, Mark Ingram, hell of a game. AK, he had some good plays. And then the receivers, Callaway had a few good catches. I do want to Troutman. Like I said, I think he caught two passes, but he had a hell of a block on that AK toss in the red zone. Then that's the kind of blocking, that we were seeing from him last season. He had a hell of a block on. I don't know who it was. I think it was Jamel Dean over there, but yeah, man, a hell of a block. And he had some good block. He blocked good this game. But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. Shout out to Deontay. Deontay was reliable this game. You know,
Absolutely.
had some key plays. That reverse was crazy. That was a good run and a crucial part of the game. So yeah, dude, everybody done good. But yeah, Kevin White. Hopefully he can. Hopefully he can keep that up. I am upset I didn't see a lot of Kenny Stills.
Yeah.
I do want to see more Kenny Stills. I know he had that drop, last week, but still, he had some great catches too with us. I want to see more of him, but maybe it was just the game plan. But yeah, our receivers really wasn't, no bad outing by them as a collective unit. And just what Mark being bad, I think that's gonna help because now we're gonna be able to put AK in the slot a little bit. I mean, so that's just gonna help that's gonna help our receiving game in general too, because AK will be able to get more involved along with Mark, with the screen. So yeah, offensively, man, really wasn't that bad. It was just a couple drives where we kind of stalled.
It was drives where we should have ran the ball. Like they had a
Yeah,
few drives that third quarter, or maybe the start of the fourth quarter, where it's like
yeah,
they was throwing every down, and I'm like, why, bro? I say this is what teams usually do versus the Bucks, and that's how teams end up losing versus them. They just go away from the run. So that's what kept driving me, man. But I'm just so glad that we came out of it with a win.
yeah. And that's why I was saying, like, I was shocked. He was doing that with Siemian. You would think he would want to
But
be.
but that's what we've been talking about because really, I don't think at this point it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. There's just sometimes where he just refused to run the ball. He just wants to. He always wants the game to be in the quarterback's hand, no matter who it is, even if it's a third string quarterback. CB.
Right. But we'll get on, his play calls in a few. Well, no, we hit on that before we get on the other side. It'll play calling. I like that he stick with his game plan. I mean, I like that, but it was some times where, especially even at the end of the game, where you know, where we going for it on fourth down and we passing it. No, it wasn't. That it was what was it? Was first and second down. We throwing the ball and we like on the 6 yard line. Why
Yeah,
not? I mean, you try
yeah.
to run it right there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's just really that's where I was like, boy, this is how you lose games here, and I don't want to bring it up, but that was kind of it kind of felt like a bit of the NFC Championship game, honestly. When we got down there, and I'm like, what are we doing here? It's deja vu all over again. But thankfully, I mean, you gotta talk about the other side of the ball soon because I mean, really, they really led the way for the most part of the game. But yeah, man, I thought the play calling it was at times it was spotty. Usually many games the play calling is sometimes questionable, or sometimes there's some the good plays you just overlook because you think about those bad plays that could almost lose you the game. So I don't want to say it was all bad. So
Right. And once again, I don't, it's some respect that's done been lost for Ned and Devin White, and it ain't just because of they no rivals and nothing like that.
and
That
that's
was
a
really
oh
some
yeah.
sucker shit that they was doing
And
in there.
really, when you say rivals, I've been seeing that whole argument. I mean, look, we are divisional rivals, but let's keep it real. It ain't really a true rivalry because we own the Buccaneers. They suck. Okay, so it's like there's really no true rivalry. Really, it's the Bucks fans and the Bucks that's really trying to make this shit a rivalry. Let's keep it real, okay? If we want to be honest, Tom Brady is scared of the Saints. He every time he goes up against this defense, y'all don't be paying attention to this dude's expressions. He is scared of this defense. I mean, like, have you seen any other team? I think the only other team that's that really gave Brady hell is probably the Baltimore Ravens when he was in the AFC. So I mean, like, dog, like Brady is scared of us, dog. And even Devin White, he was saying, no, maybe it was Levante David. He said that the Saints they just got outnumbered. It's not even close. The rivalry, there is no rivalry. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it 100, bro. It ain't no rivalry. So
Yeah.
for them to do this sucker shit, bro, that just goes to show you, man, they really ain't about nothing. And they've been playing some trash teams too.
Yep, that's true. Okay, so now we can get to the defensive side of the ball. I seen a comment. I guess we can go ahead and start with that.
Oh boy,
Abby,
I guess I gotta start with that one, right?
yeah,
Man, yeah, man, I gotta apologize to PJ, man. I've been going at that man neck, not just this season, for years. I've been at PJ neck every time they resign this dude. I'm like, why y'all keep resigning this dude, man? Like, I cannot stand this dude, bro. This dude can't cover a jack. You know, I'm like, and look, finally, honestly, early in this career with the Saints, I was like, you know what, man, maybe they need to move PJ to safety. So they did that, right? They finally did that 2 years ago. And I'm still like, I'm seeing them. I'm like, man, PJ ain't even doing anything as a safety, man. He ain't doing nothing, bro. it still seems like he exists. They paying this man millions for no reason. Like I'm tired of these 1 year contracts. But boy, is he showing me like, hey, bro, you talking a lot of noise, man. Like, shut your ass up, you know. This year, bro, he's leading the team with 3 picks. Really supposed to have 2 pick 6. I don't know if y'all remember that pick in the Patriots game he fell on, but
Yeah.
got a pick 6. I mean, he read Brady's almost the whole game. CGJ was getting his ass whooped by Godwin, but PJ he read it, man. He was covering over the top, and he read that shit, man. Jumped it, took it to the house. I gotta say, man, I am sorry, PJ Williams. Now why you did kind of play pretty bad in your early seasons, but I mean, all that shit is out the window now, man. You are playing better. I cannot say anything bad about the guy anymore. There is no more slander coming from me on this podcast, on Twitter, or anywhere. I have nothing bad to say about PJ. I am glad he's on the team. He is a baller right now. And by the way, I've seen him in these trade rumors, because we're kind of desperate for a receiver and all this other stuff. We cannot trade PJ. PJ is here to stay. All right. So
Right. I mean, and the thing with PJ is they did make a position change. Now, do I think he would be playing this well, out there on the island at
hell no.
corner? No. But they did make the position change, and man, he benefit from it. So this was his position, free safety. And it was crunch time. And if you think about it, if you don't remember, they keep putting him back there in crunch moments. I think it was the Giants game, but they keep putting him back there. So I guess they trust him in those moments. Um, on the defensive side, but yeah, man, he leading the team in pitch. It's definitely nothing negative. From him this season. He having a hell of a season, man.
He looks
Yeah,
good. Definitely
yeah,
looks good.
but yeah. So shout out to PJ, man, and not gonna say that he proved because, like I said, I mean, in the years past, I mean, the facts was there, but he's done stepped up and he's playing well. So you gotta respect and honor that, and that's what we doing, man. We're gonna honor that, respect it, and shout out to him. Oh yeah, hopefully they don't trade him. So yeah,
Yeah,
we need that, and he been making picks in crucial moments of the game.
absolutely. And look, before we go to any other play, I just want to say as a collective unit defensively, Uh, Saints defense, I was kind of worried in this game. I was kind of worried.
Hmm.
I'm not talking about before this game. There was a point in this game I was worried. I'm like, man, what the hell are y'all doing? Second half, third quarter. I'm like, bro, what is going on, bro? You got dudes running right past y'all. Lattimore, he letting his son be the father just for one play. But I mean, I'm like real talk, like who's the father? But man, I mean, I'm like, come on, Sean, really, bro? CGJ, I talked about it in the pregame show. I was like, man, CGJ and Godwin, that's my matchup of the game. And CGJ, he was definitely losing that battle. CGJ, I kind of want to say that, man. I don't know. In this game, he kind of looked sluggish a little bit, man. Like at one point, I was like, man, maybe he just can't stick with Godwin. But that was even a missed tackle he had on a tight end. I'm like, man, PJ, man. I'm not PJ. I'm sorry, CGJ. I'm like, CGJ, man. Like, what is wrong with you, man? You just something up. You ain't even making the tackles I would expect you to make. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I was kind of worried. I was like, man, I don't know what's wrong with this defense in this third quarter, man. But thankfully, the fourth quarter they came back, they stepped up, and did what they needed to do to seal the deal. So I was really happy to see that because I was like, bro, I'm like, man, this defense just ain't looking like the top three defense that you know we've been talking about and praising about. Like I was getting worried. I'm like, man, this is starting to look like the Giants game a little bit.
right. Yeah. Well, the defensive line play exceptional.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah. Yeah, they played really really good early in the game and at the end of the game. I just thought like in the middle it kind of got
Mm,
quiet. They started letting Brady get clean pockets. I'm like where y'all went, bro? But yeah, they did look good for the most part of the game. Critical times of the game.
right. And shout out to Onyemata. Onyemata got him a fumble recovery. You know, that's the stuff you want. You know, first game back after a 6 game suspension, got a fumble recovery. So shout out to him. You know, and he was getting in on some, some tackles, few tackles for loss and stuff. I see we got Miss Carly in the house. Carly, how you doing? How you feeling after that win?
I'm listen. My throat is hurt from screaming so much, but that's the worst of how I'm feeling. But I feel the win is amazing. Y'all know if the Saints win, it make my whole week better. It wasn't pretty, but we got the win.
Absolutely.
I'll take it.
I feel you
Yeah, for
on that.
sure. For sure, for sure.
I do want to say with Marshawn and Lattimore, a dead clock gonna be twice, once a day. So I mean, at some point, Mike Evans, I mean, he eventually gonna, beat him on the route. I mean that's just how it don't matter if you going up against Dion, if a trash guy going up against Dion Sanders, out of a hundred plays, he gonna get off on 3 to 4. I mean that's just it just happened. He just got beat on that play, but I mean he still other than that he really didn't do nothing. He
He
really didn't do
absolutely,
nothing after that.
he
But
absolutely didn't. It's just like when I seen that one play that Mike Evans did get, I said, "Oh, so it's another one like with Marshawn in Seattle. He let you get one play off on him, then he
Hmm.
shut you down the rest of the game, and you don't hear
Right.
nothing else from him." And that's pretty much what happened in this game too. And if we really want to be technical, you know what I'm saying? This was one out of what Marshawn and Mike Evans been going head to head for almost 5 years. And in those 5 years, Mike Evans only have 10 catches. This makes his 11th. That's terrible for Mike Evans.
Pathetic.
right. Chevy Kamar said there are Buck fans blaming the refs. They saying Sean. I mean, yeah, I seen a few people talking about that. Like, come on, y'all really talking about the refs really favoring with the New Orleans Saints? Like, even other fan bases know that the refs don't even mess with us like that or the NFL. As far as that refs, man, that's just a bunch of bitching and
First of
bullshit.
all,
The
how
all,
would that even?
all
There was so many points and penalties left off the field that was supposed to go our way and did not. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I screamed at my TV saying, "Where's the flag? Where's the flag?" And there was literally no flag.
Old dude was choke slamming Cam and Davenport in the first quarter. It was more holding plays that was supposed to be called, but then that one was just obvious. Yeah, I mean the ref was right there, but yeah, they was getting chokehold.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about because when I seen the plays, I was like, "Damn, they wrestling."
yeah, but it is.
But
No,
I
it
guess
is
it was
what it.
different for you since you was there live and you got to see it up close in person.
Yeah, it was a hell of a experience, though. I'm
oh
telling
yeah, I knew that dome was rocking.
you. Ooh wee.
I seen y'all set the world record for loudest indoor noise in the stadium in the NFL. Y'all set the record. Did you not see that?
Yeah, they had that posted up.
Y'all was
Mhm.
loud.
Yeah, it was.
Not to get off subject because I came in late, but what was the atmosphere since you was in the dome? What was the atmosphere once Jameis went down and uh Siemian, whatever his name is, came in? Like, what was the atmosphere in the dorm? Like, did the oxygen just go out of the arena? Like, how was everybody? Like, what was their? I mean, I know we were sad, but I'm saying as you being in the dorm, like, what was the dorm like?
To keep it all the way hot. You know, is you got a certain percentage that don't even rock with Jameis, and a certain percentage that do. So it was about 50-50. You know,
Damn.
some. I mean, I'm just keeping it high. It wasn't a reaction like if Drew was to get hurt, it wouldn't be that kind of reaction like, oh, because with James, you got some that rock with him, some that don't. He's still at that stage with him, so it was kind of like a mixed feeling. I mean, it had got quiet a little bit, but it wasn't no like,
Yeah, right.
you
Like
know, it was
like the air left the room.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I was
And
like, "Dang, they still it's still like this with James."
yeah, and to add to that, don't forget they got LSU fans in there too.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean.
right.
Devin White.
Yep. But yeah, call it. That's it was like a mixed feeling. But it wasn't no like just a deep breath like nah, it wasn't that. But still, I mean, I would have done that anyway. I mean, I'm saying you got Trevor Siemian coming in. You didn't know what to expect from him. I mean, I'm saying the Taysom was there to been like, well, I mean, I mean, we done seen Taysom play before, but I mean, Trevor Siemian, the third string, shoot, I
I'm gonna
would have
keep
been
it.
like, "Well,
I'm gonna
Hell,
keep it
I didn't
real.
even know. I didn't even know he was a third string. I thought he was like a fourth string because I thought Ian Brook was the third string.
That's kind of what I was about to say. I kind of forgot about Trevor when when he went down. I'm like, okay, Taysom out. I said, so that means we might see Ian Book. Next thing you know, they just say Trevor Simeon is coming. I'm like, oh fuck. But I was like, oh damn. So yeah, man. I mean, it was just good though that he came in. And I was like, yeah,
I
well,
think
let's
I
just
was
see.
more shocked when he came in. I think I was more shocked at the play calling once he came in because he came in and just started slanging it. I'm just like, wait, hold the fuck up. We ain't gonna run the ball. Can we slow this shit? Let's back this up. Can we ease into this showing
That,
like you tripping, dog?
Hey, and not even that, not even just that, but he was throwing straight to Trump, and I'm like, hold on, I'm like, hey, bro, like, it
He
was,
ain't doing
it,
anything
it
now.
was, it was so quick, man. Like it was like play, like, I'm like, hold on, bro. I'm like, slow down a bit. I just every time he threw the ball, man, I got nervous, but
Bro, I was like, but I'm telling you, as soon as he got his first snap, he threw the ball. I said, hold the fuck up.
yeah, he probably like, man, I'm trying to audition for something. Then he start throwing them deep shots there. I feel like, oh shit.
Cause I knew of him from when he won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. But I didn't know that we had him on our team, so it threw me for a loop. Cause like I said, I just thought we was gonna go to Ian Brook, and I'm like, who is this? But you know what? I can't be mad because I want to say he did pretty decent.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Definitely did. Yeah, like we said earlier, the kind of he came in slinging it right away. They was calling plays for him to sling the football, so he wasn't in there playing conservative or trying to be a game manager. Nah, they had him slinging that shit. Yeah,
Do you guys think that they stuck to the game plan once he came in, or do you guys think that Sean was calling plays on the fly? To Because I know this guy don't get much reps in practice for them to just be like, "Oh, he good." I know he's in the quarterback room with them, and as a backup quarterback, you still have to, you know, memorize your book, do your film, play fundamental football when you can as if you are a starter so that when your number is called you're ready. But do you think that they stuck to the game plan as if Jameis was still there, or do you think Sean had to switch on the fly and try to come up with plays as we go along, and that's why some of the time we look pretty sloppy and things seem rushed, then we had those 2 3 and outs? Do y'all think that was more of play calling and Sean not really knowing how to accommodate
I
uh
I'm not
Trevor?
so I'm not so sure that the game plan really did change. I mean, even like we were saying earlier, even with Trevor, it's like no matter what quarterback they got in, sometimes they just refuse to run the ball. So I'm like, well, you got this guy slinging it, so I can't see how the game plan changed that much.
Well, I would think because we since we've been watching Jamie's, he don't really sling it that much. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to think that it did because Jameis has an arm just like Trevor does, but with Jameis, we were run heavy. I mean, even remember when we won our first game, we were just like, dang, we won, and Jameis didn't even throw for 140 yards. He threw for like 123.
Yeah,
So we
but I kind of look at it like this though. In this game, Jameis, I feel like Jameis was kind of trying to sling it, but
he
really he didn't
probably
want
would have.
he didn't want to force anything, so that's why he was running so much.
That Devin White played dirty all game, dog. Like
Yeah, yeah, we
all.
went off on him early.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was late. I'm sorry.
Oh no, nah, no, it's all good. We told them up though, cause they are a pathetic franchise, and like I said, if it wasn't for Tom Brady, bro, these dudes would still be nothing. They still are nothing. I mean, but I'm sorry. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well,
I apologize to the listeners, y'all. I came in a tad bit late. Well, a lot bit late. And so I'm just venting. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good
I
because
want to read this right quick. Pammy Wemmy said, Sean said, y'all wasn't loud enough. Yeah,
I said the same thing. I tweeted that. I tweeted that and said the dome, y'all not loud enough. I can't hear y'all through my TV.
I seen Sean say that, but Sean also has to be worried about the plays he calling too. I mean, I'm saying that he gotta be worried about the play calling too in crucial parts of the game. I mean, cause that was a NFC championship. We were just able to rebound from that, but I'm saying when we in a position like that, I mean, just put the ball on the ground and give it to AK and Mark. I mean, 'cause they wasn't too bad with the football, but yeah, you don't do nothing like that with
AK
a
fresh us.
backup. So what?
Alvin frustrated me a lot with his running today.
but you know what? Honestly, I feel like I feel like they kind of treat Kamara sometimes as that ground and pound running back. When I feel like sometimes that's just, I mean, it's really not him. He really like outside runs at times. Not saying that he can't run in between tackles, but when you going straight up with guys like Vita Vea, he's like probably the best run stopping D tackle. Like he's up there. He's definitely up there. It's just I'm like, man, come on, man. Like that type of run, I would think you would have Ingram running that rock. But I don't know. It's just sometimes I think that's why they kind of got Mark Ingram here now. So we might see a bit more balance with different runs. So at least that's what we need to see.
All right, so how y'all thought the linebackers played? Linebackers,
Oh, I love them. Oh,
Demario.
I love them. No, I got.
Uh,
I gotta say, bro. Pete Warner, that first play of the game. Whew,
Wow.
whew,
Wow.
I was like, all right, Pete, that's the flash I'm talking about. Like, look, I get it, bro. Yeah, you was, really you always there at the right time. The solid play. But brother, plays like that first play in that game, in the other game, man, that's what I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of linebacker play that I'm looking for.
The linebackers have been outstanding these past 2 weeks, man. The fact that they was able to keep the momentum rolling, and it wasn't just the Mario Davis. Again, Pete Warner had his spits. Quan
Mm-hmm.
Alexander made his little cameo. Like
mhm.
Demario was Demario, of course. And it was good to see because I ain't gonna lie, I thought coming into this game, I knew that defense was gonna be a huge part of how we was gonna win this game. But I didn't look at the defense. I didn't look at the linebackers to do that. I just knew Davenport was gonna have a monster game. Cam was gonna have a monster game, but the linebackers were the star of the defense
Mm.
again.
And I love that hit on Leonard Fournette, Demario put on him. I kind of wanted more of it though. I wanted to see more of it, but I'm glad he got one. Because he, like I said, he was one of the guys who deserved it, bro.
Right.
But yeah, I thought the linebackers was really, really good. Pete Warner, he made some really, really good plays this game.
Can I
Um,
answer this question?
yeah, go ahead.
Chevy Kamara. Panthers barely beat Atlanta today. Are we worried about Atlanta, CB, and the fam? No, we're not worried about Atlanta. We have never been worried about Atlanta. Uh, After you've seen them play for the past 2 weeks, Atlanta is not even worried about Atlanta. They just trying to get through the season, get a paycheck, and go back home to their families. They just here so they don't get fined at this point. And as far as the Panthers go, I've been telling y'all for a while now, the Panthers are not like that. They literally only beat us because we had 10 players out, not to mention half of our coaching staffs were out. That's the only reason they beat us. Like, I keep telling y'all, the NFC South runs through us. And trust me, Atlanta is worried about us. We ain't worried about them.
I know what they're thinking too. They probably like, oh man, we get
Because
to
don't we
get
got them
swept.
next week?
We get to get swept by Taysom or whoever now again. So I mean, yeah. I mean, let's keep it real. If anything, if there is time to be worried about the Saints, I mean, it could be because we do play down to competition. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, we'll see. But I mean,
We
we
can't
shouldn't
stress
be
that enough.
afraid of them. We shouldn't be. Of course, we shouldn't be afraid or worried. But yeah, just gotta play our
Crash. I
game, bro.
mean, Crash. We done seen Taysom start for us before. So, I mean, hopefully he just done got his fumbling issues on his belt.
You know what's funny? When Jameis ran the ball, y'all remember when he ran the ball and got the first down? And he tried to keep going, and like one of his guys was in front of him that kind of stopped his momentum and made him just go down. I said, well, I'm happy he could have control of the ball because if that was Taysom would have did all that just to fumble it at the end.
Yeah, hopefully he don't do that because he about to be our QB at least for a good amount of time. If that ACL is severe, he
Well,
might be.
they said it was an ACL and an MCL.
See,
And
that
as
ain't
far as
looking too
Taysom goes,
good.
Taysom gonna be out for. They said I seen. Don't quote me on this because I can't remember the man's name, but he's popular in Saints Twitter. Uh, Maybe New Orleans football guy. But anyways, that Taysom's gonna be out at least another week or so. So we're gonna be stuck with Trevor again, unless they're gonna go out and get a quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah, Trevor.
we'll just wait and see. I mean, we'll just wait and see because I mean, you know, that's all we could do at this point. I mean, wait and see
Yeah.
because I mean, really anything can happen. But I think they're gonna stick with
But when we
Simeon
get in
or
situations
Taysom.
like this, our quarterbacks that always fills in, they always do pretty well and have pretty good records when our starting quarterbacks go out. You know.
Right.
So I'm hoping we can continue on with that trend of our backups having success. And even when stuff like this happens, our defense always step up and it shows that defense wins championships. Like our defense is a stud. Like they play complete football whenever our backs up are against the wall. And they say several times they like it when the game is on them. And this game showed exactly what they meant by that because they never gave up, even when it seemed like the momentum had shifted towards Tampa Bay because we couldn't get nothing going for a while. We had two straight 3-and-outs at one point. And the defense never gave up. They never gave in. They kept fighting. We got interceptions. We knocked down some passes. We got time off his rhythm and made him overthrow some plays, underthrow some plays, and we just made him uncomfortable in the pocket. We brought pressure. Like the defense stepped up and they showed up and they showed out. And my heart was so full.
Yeah, and how far have we come? Because I mean, back then, just a couple of years ago, we would. I know I sure would be scared when there's a lot of time on the clock, and I know the other offense is time for them to score and win the game, and knowing our defense can't stop jack shit. But it's just so good to see that we come so far. Um, like I said, Tom Brady, he's scared. He's scared of this defense, bro. The Mario gave him a good ass rush. I think that's what really started it early in the game. The Mario he came through. Well, he was about to. I think he did touch him or hit him, but almost clocked his ass, man. But man, welcome back, David Onyemata. We needed him. He kind of was in on that tag with Pete wanted the first play of the game. Davenport, still a monster, bro. We just need him to stay
Davenport
healthy.
was so good, and he don't even get enough credit. Like he's like that silent monster. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell when he's on the field, like he brings so much pressure. Like Davenport, it's like when Davenport plays good, everybody else plays well too. Like, and I don't think he gives himself enough credit for how great of an athlete he is.
Right.
he
Yes, sir.
hey,
Yes,
he a
sir.
monster. He a monster. But here's the thing I'm gonna say though. I'm sorry to say it by the way, but don't be shocked if he shows up on the injury report because I seen him on that ground sometime in the third quarter,
Yep,
Yeah.
I seen it too.
and
I seen it too. I looked
I'm
at
like,
my, I looked, I say, no, Davenport. I saw that. I saw that Davenport. You bet not.
and
Don't
this
you do it.
and he's on the ground the same weight every freaking time he ends up on the injury report. And I'm like, God damn it. I said, so is this gonna be the week Payton turn to come back and Davenport goes out, man? Is it so I'm just saying, man, I hope it's nothing, but it would not shock me if the man is back on the injury report. But I
Right.
do want to mention Tano passing on he actually played a solid game. So when he came in, he looked good. So just in general, Cameron Jordan, I thought he did what he could do. So the D line in general just looked good.
Right.
Um,
Let me read this super chat right quick. My fault. Shout out to the Rat Stefan for the 449 super set. He said, "Yes, sir. This team gives me too much blood pressure."
Man,
Facts.
it raises everybody blood pressure. I promise. I be sitting here with a thermometer, some water, aspirin, my blood pressure pills, and I ain't even on blood pressure pills, and 911 on speed dial. So they do
My
it to
blood
all of
pressure
us,
went up.
man. I
Yeah,
promise.
when Jameis went out, my blood pressure went up.
My heart
yeah,
dropped.
I already knew. Already, I mean, especially when he came in and started slinging that thing, I was like, "Oh my
it was,
goodness!"
bro. It was so quick when he came in and did it. It's like we ain't had no time to like breathe, and I'm looking up. I'm like, oh my god, and he's just going right away. I'm like, damn. But
I told you when I seen it, I just said, hold up. Shit. Slow the fuck down. Calm down. Can we catch our breath? Did you not see what just happened? But it's next number
next
up
man.
and the play must go on. But they was down, but I blame coach. He down bad for that. He know he could have just ran the ball at least the first two times to let us adjust to it.
Hey, they secondary. This comment right here. Casey Trey said, "I like that shit. That secondary is ass. Yeah, they pretty bad. This secondary is pretty bad. I know they missing guys, but this secondary is ass, man. And really, it's really these other teams are trash when they ain't really take advantage of them because I mean they are pretty bad, bro. I mean you got Kevin White catching passes on you, man. Come on, but
I don't know if y'all talk about it again. I'm sorry if y'all did because I came in super late. My apologies. But can we talk about how Mr. Gronkowski leaves with back spasms?
Oh no, I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to talk about the player. But I think he got bull rushed a couple of times, and he said, "Oh shit, that's it, bro." It wouldn't even shock me if Gronk retires soon. Uh,
Again.
he probably ain't gonna do that because he probably scared Brady gonna tell his ass something. Ain't that's a shame, but yeah, he checked it. He said, "Nah, I can't do this,
But I
man."
told you in Uptown on the show that we just did, I said if Gronk is gonna be in there, he's not gonna be at 100%. He's gonna be there just to be a decoy
Oh
and
yeah,
a distraction. Did I not
yeah.
say that?
Yeah, you did see that. And
And
uptown and now we were saying, oh yeah, them ribs are available too. Them ribs are available.
and and Jenkins did what he needed to be done with Gronk.
Absolutely.
Gronk.
Absolutely.
Next thing you know, Gronk's got bad ribs and back spasms. I said, baby, you need a whole new body.
Yeah. Malcolm Jenkins been playing really wonderful. Like that was another guy I had to apologize about because he been
How
playing.
did y'all
He been
feel about them putting CD Deuce on Godwin? Cause I ain't gonna lie,
Oh well,
Godwin is definitely getting the best of my dude.
remember that was the matchup I had in the preview, and he just lost that battle. He was
Yep.
really losing that battle. And really, PJ, I had to apologize. Finally apologize to PJ. PJ took
Listen, I was
advantage
gonna
of it.
I was gonna get on that because hey, help me out, CB. What's the podcast that we've been on and they've been guests on our show? With T Word.
The Who That Live podcast.
Yeah, well, they tweeted me today and told me that we need to give PJ Williams some respect because we always talking about him on our podcast about how much we don't like him. And I said, you know what? This the second time in a row you reminded me of this. If y'all remind me a third, have to remind me a third time because PJ actually does something good. I'm gonna go and buy his jersey.
Yeah, I mean, but like I was saying earlier, the thing with PJ, when we was criticizing him, he deserved every bit of it. Like I said, it just started this season. It just the bit turnaround just began, and like I said, we gotta respect that. It wasn't no. I mean, anybody that got a New Orleans Saints jersey on, even and just Pete, and anybody that we may have criticized, we want them to proceed. So we actually happy that that's going on. But
Absolutely.
when we criticize, it ain't just trying to pick out. So no, I mean it's something that has happened on the field. You know, there's been a continuing trend. The reason why we do that, but PJ, it was a continuing trend up until recent.
And oh yeah,
Just really this season.
don't forget he was congratulating the Bucks too. Don't forget about that. So that
Yep.
that was really a plus. Like, oh yeah, we gonna attack your fucking ass because you sitting up here praising him. Like, come on, bro. But
In his press conference, he actually addressed why they keep him around, and I was like, "Well, that's a question. That's an answer that I always had a question for it. Why the hell they keeping you around?" And he answered it in his press conference today, child. They can talk all they want about the Saints and who that nation, but we can walk the walk, especially in our dome. We got the number fans. We got the number fans and NFC champs in the same house. We are going to bring it. Who that? Who that, Miguel? The fan base has definitely come a long way because now on like NFL.com and NBCSports.com and all those other things, when they talk about like who have the best fan bases in the NFL, they now mention the Saints. When they talk about like who I actually read on NBC Sports when they were saying about who is the new team for like America's team because that's what they call the Cowboys, and they actually had the Cowboys at number 3, and they actually had the Saints at number 2, and the Patriots at number 1, and this was before Tom Brady got to the Bucks, and like that's just that. I'm just saying that just a testament of how far our fan base has come to rally behind the Saints. Like we're definitely up there as one of the best fan bases in the NFL in all of sports entertainment.
Right. And just a heads up, I just put the link in the comment section. Anybody want to call in, give us your thoughts on the game, y'all can do so.
this comment here says,
Which one?
I'm sorry, Casey says, wait. Oh yeah, he said, what y'all think about the fumble that came back? Well, the refs again they were ass this game, so I mean that pretty much says it all. Yeah, I do believe that he had that ball. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. If the Giants in the Giants game, when that was a fumble, when that guy caught the ball, when Ross caught the ball, and the ball landed in his zone and we didn't recover it, that was a fumble. Why couldn't it? Why couldn't that catch be a catch and a fumble? So yeah, I do believe that was a catch and a fumble.
Because he called it, he took 2 steps. He took 2 to 3 steps. I think I'm gonna go with 2, but at least 2 steps, and yeah, he hit it out. I mean, he fumbled the ball, but yeah,
But
that
yeah,
was definitely at least 2 steps. But I see we got Jerry. We got Jerry on the line.
Hey, what's
Jerry,
up?
what's good? What's good with you, fam?
What's good? What's good, CB? How you feeling, bruh?
And I'm down here in Nola, man, living it up, man. Got that W, went down to Bourbon Street. It's all lit down there. Ate out the restaurant down there at the Bourbon House. Man, I'm feeling good, fam.
I know you feeling good, man. I'm glad you had yourself a good time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And how you feeling, WD?
I'm feeling good, man. The Bucks are still some busters. I mean, I definitely can't
Yeah,
get
this
over that,
dirty
but I'm glad
motherfuckers,
we
man.
won.
It's a dirty motherfuckers, bro. And how you doing, Miss Carly?
I'm doing exceptionally well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Okay, so question number one for you, OG. What was your most impressive play of this game? The game that the play that made you say, okay, okay, we got a game now.
well, Miss Carly, the only thing that shot me was when everybody was happy to see Mark Ingram out there on the field. Everybody in the stands just cheering their asses off. They were happy to see that dude back there in the backfield. When Winston was out there, and now with Simeon out there, that was that was just happy. I was just happy to see that. And what finally got me after that talk we had about these wide receivers not catching the ball, they finally did. They finally did. Traquan Smith caught a touchdown, and uh, Callaway doing his thing, and out of the shocking blue, uh, this big fullback Alex caught a touchdown pass, and that shot me a lot more. So, so I was happy about that.
Okay. How'd you feel? How'd you feel about how the team rallied around at the end of the game?
All that defense, CB. What more can I say about this high-powered defense of the New Orleans Saints that we got? I mean, it was just. I mean, the defense played their ass off today. They really did. Even though they let Brady do his thing out there and everything, but I understand that. But at the end, when uh when PJ Williams caught that interception and went into the end zone, that was I said that's it. You can stick a fork in that. I don't see no comeback from Tom Brady. Not when you're down. Not when them Buccaneers were down by 9 points. I just don't see it. And they sacked him at the end and they get the ball back, took a knee and won the game.
I was more so happy for Trevor, the quarterback, when we won because I couldn't even imagine the type of pressure that he had on his shoulders. Only because when he came in, I can't lie and say that I was super excited about it because there was a little bit of doubt, like, oh my God, we about to lose this game now because here comes this third string. Did you have any doubts once you seen him come on the field, or did you just automatically knew that
Well,
we still was
well,
gonna have put up a good game?
Carter. What I saw when I heard about this other guy that was stepping up, after Winston got hurt, Devin White, that dirty bastard. Anyway, yeah, I said it. I said it. I hope they uh, suspend him indefinitely for what he did. But
Yeah, you ain't
anyway,
gonna do
uh, yeah, I would. Yeah, shit, I would. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When I saw Trevor Siemian out there, he was doing his thing out there. He stepped up to the plate and he just had himself a good game. I think he said that was his first passing touchdown he had since what 2017 or something. Because I know he was with several other teams. I know he was with Denver for like years back. I understand that, but they said that was his like first passing touchdown in like 4 years,
Since
somewhere in that neighborhood.
2017.
Yeah, since 2017. Yeah, I mean that was a. I love it. I mean, like I say, he was like the next man up, and with Hill still being out there talking about he coming, he likely gonna come back next week for the next game when we play the Falcons, and about the concussion protocol and all that. So hopefully he should be back. But what I'm seeing right now, with Trevor starting as our quarterback for now until Jameis get well, and I pray that we all pray that he have a speedy recovery, and hopefully get back on the field and pick up where he left off. So you know, I think he's gonna be all right. But if there's any changes, I mean, we just gotta go with it.
Facts, big facts.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts you have, fam?
uh, all thing I can say is fuck the Buccaneers and fuck the zebras. That's all I can say. But hope everybody had a good Halloween. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody had a good Halloween on this Sunday and with your family and friends and everything. So we got the win. Now we got the Falcons coming up next Sunday, and we'll just see where we go from there.
Absolutely.
And that's
Facts,
all I
fam.
got. And CB, I hope you make it back to your destination safe and sound, man, from New Orleans. And I know you had yourself a good time, man. And I pray that we all pray that you make it back safe and sound, brother.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, fam. Definitely had a hell of a time down here.
I know you. I know you did. I know you witnessed it. Look. Watching the game at the Superdome with full capacity. We got to see everybody in Champion Square, and I mean, you just had yourself your experience, bruh.
Yeah,
I know what it felt like when I went out there several times to see the Saints play. So I already know the feeling.
facts.
Hmm.
All right, fam. Well, we'll catch up with you, fam.
All right, man. We'll talk later this week.
All right.
All right, y'all be blessed.
All right, you too, Jerry.
All right, all right.
So I got a question for y'all. What was up with we didn't see a Debo too much in this game. What was up with that? What y'all think about that?
I didn't. I was asking this. I was thinking that same thing to myself as well because once I seen, but it didn't hit me until I seen Courtney Roby out there, and I'm just like,
Bradley.
well, where's Adebo? But I think they were just sharing snaps because I did see his jersey number. I didn't see him do much, but I did see, like, once the camera was flying and everybody was running in motion, I did see him out there. He just was not, like the number two on side of with after Marshawn. He just wasn't, out there as much as we're used to seeing him.
Right.
I was thinking, I was like, man, maybe they should throw in Roby in a slot. When CGJ when he was getting beat a little bit, because I was like, man, maybe he can, stick with Godwin. But I mean, we saw Roby out there anyway, and he was kind of playing on the outside for the most part. Uh, I mean, he really didn't give up much, so I mean, it worked out right.
Yeah, I think it was one play
Yeah, one play.
one play he gave. I forgot what kind of rap stuff it was.
I remember it. I remember it quite well because I was mad at my TV. I was like, these fucking Buckeyes, dog.
Miguel said that we still got him, but yeah, we got him. He on the I think he on the practice squad, so he'll get called up. He'll get called up pretty soon. And
Did
just a
y'all see?
reminder.
Did y'all
Go ahead.
see the fight that CD Deuce almost got into with Leonard Fournette?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, CB recorded
Leonard,
that.
Leonard a hoe. He a hoe for that.
What?
I said Leonard Fournette is a hoe for that.
What did he do?
Who, Leonard Fournette?
Yeah, like what did he do to start the like I didn't see what started it. I just seen
Man,
one of
he went over there. He went over there to CD now. He jogged over there. City, and the Mario. They about to head back to the locker room, and he wanted to pull up on CD, and then he said something to CD, and then Leonard kind of like just put his arm on him, and then CD went like that, squared up on him, and then that's when the Mario got in the middle, and then 18 got it, and then start holding him back.
See,
Fournette
man,
didn't want that smoke, and then
that's man,
once
you
once
know,
they start holding them back, then he want to start getting animated and stuff. Like he really want those, he really want them problems. But he waited
uh
till all his officials got over there and stuff. His Tampa Bay people start holding them back. Then he want to get animated.
well,
Like
I
get
know
animated when City put them hands.
I'm going with if it came to a fist fight, I'm definitely rolling with Leonard Fournette. I got CD back when he got a Saints jersey on, but once the game over with, I'm going with my brother from New Orleans out there 7 walk because I already know that boy got hands. I know him personally. Now CD is very animated, but I've never seen CD fight. I know what Leonard could do, so I'm a roll that way. But if you started it, you deserve to get your ass beat. Cause take your loss like a man, go to your locker room, and go shower, put your costume back on, and go head on the bus and go to the airport. Cause why are
Yeah,
you still here? They ain't gonna interview you.
bro. Look, this what it is. Look, with the Bucks, I mean, you know, you got characters like Devin White, and you know they feisty, dog. The Saints, bro. We are as feisty of a team as you know as you can be. So it's like this ain't the team to do that to. You know what I'm saying? Like see all these teams that the Bucks playing and they beating and stuff, man. These are teams that you know they ain't got no fighting. This ain't the team to be doing it.
Nope.
Like even with look DK, he started that crap last week. This ain't the team to be doing it. It's like you see when you start stuff, you know Devin White he pushed Ingram on the ground. He got penalized, helped us out for the most part. But even so, they're gonna talk just as much noise. All that fighting and shit, you know, you can say that for off the field or whatever, but on the field, you're not winning that physical matchup. So I'm just saying, like the Saints is one of the most physical, if not the most physical team in the league
And
defensively.
right.
that's true. That's why a lot of guys. That's why that people straddle the fence. Either you love us for that, or you hate us for that. But that's who we are. But with us, we can talk the talk because we can walk the walk, and you can watch film to see that we can.
Right.
Our guys are better than your guys. That's as simple as I put it. That's as simple as I'm gonna put it. You know.
Yeah, because I noticed that they didn't have Marshawn on Mike Evans the whole time. They eventually switched him and kept him on there, but
Mike Evans need to stop being a little wuss and run into the slot because you know people love talking about Michael Thomas rolling in the slot, but Mike Evans he was hiding in the slot a good bit in this game, so he need to
Yeah.
stop running.
you can tell Mikey was ready to get out there and get on the field. Like Mike is so ready to get back in them pads, man.
Yeah, Thomas. Just
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
that's
yes, Thomas. I'm sorry, not
because you
Evans.
know
Thomas.
they got some of them you know them fans listening, you know. But no, we ain't talking about the whack mic, the whack mic.
The way.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call him, whack Mike, man. That's what it is. I mean, look, he's a good receiver, but he ain't, you know. To be truly honest with you, Mike Evans, he's probably the most overrated receiver in the game.
I agree with that.
Just
I
being honest.
agree with that.
Yeah. But y'all got any final thoughts?
I just
Yes,
want to say, oh well, you can go, Carly.
I was just gonna say, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification where the bell is at, so you guys do not miss a video from us. Follow us on all social media accounts: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And y'all talk to us. Like, we check our social media pages almost daily. We comment and we respond to you guys as quickly as possible. And be on the lookout for the website, because I got some new stuff coming for y'all real soon.
That's what's up. WD.
Oh, shout out to the comment section. Shout out to Jerry for joining us. It's been a good one tonight. Really needed this win to help me out personally. But I no, like real talk. I just hope everybody enjoyed their day. Yeah, man, we will see what happens with the Saints. Hopefully we can pull through with things. I mean, really, we got the squad to get things done. You know, will the Saints make a trade? Not talking about quarterback, but I'm just talking about like, as far as weapons, whatever's needed. Will they make a move? We'll just see about that this upcoming week. But I'm happy with the team right now. As far as the team, I felt like they gave us some good looks today. Some guys finally did some things that needed to be done. Like Kevin White, it's about time you caught a pass. It was like what 4 years since you caught a pass or three, so that was just good to
Childish.
see. That was just good to see. So that's all I got, CB.
Yeah, I think shout out to Latrell Paula. I think he's saying this the first woman I listened to that actually know football. So he giving you a shout out, caller.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully, you stick with us and continue to support our podcast, because we got a lot to talk about.
And I see Jerry said Hoodie Jude gave us a shout out. So shout out to Hoodie Jude. The bottom line is we just we better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We was better than
Buccaneers.
them last year. Like I said, there was some factors in that game. I mean, it's no excuse. They won the Super Bowl, but when it come down to it, they're not a better ball club than us,
And
and they
I don't.
know it. They starting to realize that too.
Yeah. And really, like I said, some of these Bucks fans, I haven't even seen them ever. It's like they probably just started existing last year. But it's like I don't know what make y'all think that this team is afraid of y'all. It's really the exact opposite. Y'all fear the Saints. We know this, okay?
They
Like
want to be our rivals so bad, and we don't pay them no mind, and that bothers them. Like, that really bothers them that we acknowledge Atlanta more than we do them. Like, we don't even care about the Buccaneers. Like, y'all want to be relevant so bad. Go fuss with the Panthers or something. Like, leave us alone. We look past y'all, and
what's
they
a
hate that
rivalry?
so much.
What's a rivalry when you getting your ass whooped constantly? Like real talk, the Bucks have not beaten us more than 2 times in a row, ever.
No,
We've beaten them probably 5, 6 times in a row, probably 2 times. So it's not even a rivalry, period, because we just own them.
Yep.
right.
And then all 10 of y'all Bucks fans, shut the hell up. Because really, I say all 10. I know it's a bunch of band. It's really some Brady, whatever you want to call them. Just riding Brady, fake ass Patriot fans. But we can see that conversation for another day.
Right. That's true. Once again, shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Really appreciate y'all. I know it was kind of late. I wanted to get in on this show, so I had to go down to Bourbon, turn up a little bit, and then we get this thing rolling.
We
But
seen you two
yeah,
stepping.
yeah, I tried to do a little something. Yeah, I'm just glad the Saints got the business done because you come down here to these games, man. You know me, I'm traveling from North Carolina, so when I come down, I want us to win. If I'm taking the time out to make that trip down, we definitely done that against you know, well the NFL has them as this almighty team, but they are the Super Bowl, the defending champs. But to us, we already know what time it is against
They're the
us. But
cold. They're the COVID
yeah,
champions. Just being truthful.
yeah,
Like real shit. They ain't beating nobody. You telling me they ain't beating nobody with they ain't beating three teams on a road with fans in the stadium. Like come on, man. Full capacity. They ain't doing that. The COVID champions.
right. And nah, Casey. We don't do that because I know on my end. Like I said, I like to kind of be to myself when I'm watching games, unless I actually go to a game, somebody with me. Other than that, like I usually just be by myself because I know how I get,
Oh yeah.
when I watch games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
I'm
rated
real
X for me.
animated and
Yeah.
feel.
It's rated X for me. So
So I know this doing, put my feelings on the podcast. It wouldn't be good for the podcast for me to watch it, do it live. Me reacting the way I do.
soon as something bad happens, oh darn it! You ain't saying
Yeah.
what you want to see, but
But yeah, that's why we really don't. Yeah, we don't do that. But I mean, we do want to find out, different ideas to come up with, relating to the games. But yeah, like the live reactions and stuff like that. Now, I mean, I can't do that, fam.
shit, boy, y'all seen CB reaction when we drafted Eric McCoy?
Yeah, that's
No, I'm just
crazy.
saying, man. If you wanted to say something, boy, you would have went crazy. But good thing it worked out.
And shout out to Calvin Washington. I just seen he just said who that for Phoenix, Arizona. So shout out to you, Calvin Washington. But yeah, man. Just shout out to everybody that tuned in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We 5-2. Who that nation? We got the division lead right now, and hopefully we can keep it up. I don't know what's the status on Jameis. Prayers up for speedy recovery. Hopefully we can get Taysom back next week. We're gonna need them in some way. If they decide to go with Siemian, which I doubt they will. But we're gonna need Taysom in some way now. Whether quarterback or the Joker role. But we just gotta hold it down. I just hope Jameis not out for the season because if it is, man, that's gonna be a sad story to his season because he got off to a hell of a start. 13-3, no 14-3. And who knows how he would have finished this game? He probably would have threw like three more. He probably would have had 3 or 4 TDs. So he could have been, 15, 16-3. But it's just a game of football, and unfortunately, the way it happened was by a illegal form of tackling. But it is what it is. But yeah, man, I just hope. I mean, and if his season is over, I do honestly think Sean gonna, they gonna re-sign him another year. They gonna do that during the season just to give him a shot, give him his chance to whether prove that he can be the Saints' future or not. And what he was doing so far, he was showing that he can be the future. He was gradually, you know, starting to get into his rhythm. As far as opening the offense up by spreading the ball downfield. Sean kind of had him in the cage at the beginning. He was starting to open up, and then we had this. But this could have been avoided though. That's why I'm kind of hot about that. And then like you said, though, you had some guys over there taunting and stuff. Like especially that Warfield, I seen that. He
No,
taunting
but
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, Tony Winfield for the most part, he is a little, bro. If I say what I want to say right now, but no, real talk. He's that troll. That's what I'm gonna call him. He's just to keep it simple.
Yeah,
He's one of those trolls. He threw the peace sign up the Tyreek in the Super Bowl. He was even talking smack about Breeze just because We was knocking Favre around, in the NFC Championship. We beat his father. His father was on that team. He was salty about that. He said, "Oh, we made grown men cry and shit like that." Antonio Winfield, I see he like trolling and shit. But when you mocking injuries and shit, bro, I wouldn't care. I could care less if you would tear your ACL or something. You know. So real talk, like I have zero respect for him. You know. And really, I thought he was a good guy coming out of college. I still think he's a solid player, but I don't think he's as good as what they make him out to be. I thought he was gonna be this ball hawk or this type of safety, but he ain't all that. So really, he just all talk because really his interception came back too. So the joke's on him.
Right. But all right, well, I guess that'll wrap things up. Once again, appreciate y'all for tuning in for us the schedule for next week. We'll get with you guys and let us know. And we'll let y'all know, when we're gonna do the man stream and then the show. Man stream, I tried to find time to do it, but I was just too busy trying to get some stuff done before I came down here. So I wasn't able to do the man stream, but it's all good. Next week I'll start that back up. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. But so that's about it. Great show tonight, WD. And this is the WDN Chatline podcast. We are out. Who that?
For life.